views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us again on Doing It with Stiles. As always, we appreciate you supporting the station, WWDB-TV, my show, Doing It with Stiles. And it's just nice to know that there's some people out there watching, and I just want to say thank you to all three of you, and hopefully we'll have a fourth in the next couple of weeks. Today, you know that we love music here today, and we love it every day, but I've got a special guest here. His name is Ray Allaire.
Correct.
Did I pronounce that correctly?
You did.
Okay,
You
good.
did. Not many do.
Yeah, well, I had a little practice, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we've known each other now for 4 or 5 years or something like that. I first met you when you were part of the group Three of a Kind.
Yep.
Performing over at Mandalay Bay.
Yes.
And Ray and Marilyn and Bill Deloach are pretty much really responsible for WWDB-TV being here. I used to do a lot of photography, and I wanted to get into videotaping, and I asked them, they were performing out at Mandalay, and I said, hey, can I come out and film some of your shows so I get some practice and figure out what the hell I'm doing? And they said, yeah, sure. So I've got some great footage of you guys.
I'd like to see it.
I'm happy to give it to you. So anyway, long story short, here we are now. So it's nice to have Ray back. We've kind of been friends on Facebooks for a while.
A long time.
And I know that the one thing that's exciting to me is you just came back from Bulgaria not too long ago.
I did.
And
yes.
What was that like?
Amazing place.
Yeah?
Yes, absolutely amazingly beautiful country that people here just don't really know about it. As a matter of fact, I did an interview in Bulgaria on national TV, and one of the questions that they asked me was, what do Americans think about Bulgaria? And I said, well, to be honest with you, they don't think about Bulgaria. It's not really on our radar.
Right. You basically think it's some third world country,
yeah,
you know, kind of like the old Soviet Union type.
Yeah, well, it was communist
right.
until '89.
Right.
But the country's so rich in culture and history. I mean, it's one of the oldest nations on the planet.
Right.
They have like the 6th oldest city in the world. And they've got ancient ruins, Roman ruins, just seeing some of the old communist buildings and architecture and things like that is just really, really cool.
It's a mind blower, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean, to be standing somewhere, I spent a couple of weeks in the UK a few years back, and I got the same feeling. It's like, this is history of the world.
Yeah.
You know, not something that I'm reading about in school, but Henry VIII actually stood in this spot. You know, this guy or this one, and I have to ask you this. What the hell made you go to Bulgaria?
I began dating a wonderful Bulgarian woman.
Ah, so it was a woman.
It's a woman. And yeah, who became my new muse in my songwriting endeavors.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit too.
Oh, very cool.
But the other thing I want to talk about, and I don't know, how difficult is it to write a song in another language?
It's challenging. It's not just another language. It's a language that I'd never really heard before.
And that's
like
my point.
I might be able to pick a. It might be easier to do a little bit of Italian because I've heard that so often.
Right.
But Bulgarian is just a language that you've really never heard. So when I started dating, her name's Maria, and when I started dating Maria, I just started writing songs because I was excited about the relationship. It's a new thing. I'm all excited. So I started writing all these songs for her. And then I thought, it'd be cool if I could sing something to her in her language.
Yeah.
You know, so I started looking for a song. I started looking for a Bulgarian tune, and I couldn't find anything. I thought, you know, it'd be even cooler. I'm going to write one.
That's awesome.
And I had been sitting on this melody for probably a couple of years. And I said, I'm going to use that for my Bulgarian song. And so I kept going back and forth with her on the lyrics. You know, how do I say this? How do I say this? And then once I had it all written, then she coached me for a while so I could get it right.
Well, it's different languages have different tempos in the way we speak.
Yeah, different cadence.
The words we use,
absolutely.
different cadence. And a song that might work in English wouldn't work in
Correct.
Bulgarian,
Right.
Chinese, Japanese.
Sure.
And so vice versa too. How do you find that? Had to have been
It was
extremely difficult.
yeah, it was yeah, it was difficult. It took a while because, you know, like you say, lyrics don't translate.
Yeah.
Something that sounds beautiful in English might sound completely guttural in another language.
Yeah.
So you have to just keep at it until you find the right combination of words, and you're saying what you want to say in a way that's conversational too. It's not just you can't just hit up Google Translate because it just doesn't work. You know,
I have some friends in Poland, and you know, we go back and forth, and they'll send me something, and I'll use Google Translate to figure out what it says.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, I get it.
Yeah.
But you know, so
Yes.
yeah.
So I've said to Maria, I said, can I just say this this way? And she goes, no, we would never say that.
Yeah.
We would never say it that way. A Bulgarian would never say it that way. It's too literal.
Is that how you ended up being interviewed on Bulgarian TV?
It is. When I went out there for vacation, someone had gotten wind of this tune that I wrote in the video that I put out for it.
Oh, wait. I didn't know there was a video too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's doing really well, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's doing better over there than it is here.
Oh, of course.
obviously.
Well, not a lot of us speak Bulgarian. So I'm assuming that you're going to share that with me at some point in time. You can send it to me, and I'll
absolutely.
Or is it on YouTube? Or
It is on
okay.
YouTube.
Then I'll get that from you, and that's something that I'll tack on to the end of the show so everybody can see it.
Oh, very cool. That'd be really nice. That would be really nice. As with anything that we do, writers and musicians and stuff, I mean, the thing that helps us the most is views. You know, views, subscribers, you know, Spotify playlists, all of that stuff. It all matters now. So yes,
and that's one of the reasons that we're here. The station is that is trying to promote, you know, the local talents, local people, the stuff that's going on that you can't normally. I mean, you can't afford to go to NBC, CBS, or ABC and get your message out there, or your word out there, and you know, and
get the door slammed on your face.
Exactly. And I think that one of the reasons that we have been at least a little bit successful, is because of you folks out there, but we've got stuff that nobody else has, and it's an opportunity to say, wow, hey, check this out, you know, and that's what has helped grow our viewership, is the whole social media thing that you know, they tell two people and they tell two people, and that's how the word gets out.
Yeah,
so.
and you know, to be honest, you know, I'm a middle-aged guy, and you know, my marketability is, you know, not what would be, you know, nobody would consider me like a, you know, relevant. So I don't want to stop doing it. I want to continue doing it. So I have to go out and find my audience, the people that resonate with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's a difficult thing. I'm just trying to figure this whole social media thing out. It's weird, but
well, if we can be of any help, we're happy to help.
I think you are helping.
Yeah. And it's sad that the state of, I know I'm going to get killed for this, the state of music today sucks. There are so many talented people, you know, in the country, let alone right here.
Sure.
and they don't have a venue, they don't have a place. I mean, it's limited. You know, anything that you've got, you know, half of the time it's you're four-walling it. You know, you're paying for everything, and then hope that you can make something out of it. But and the music that's being pushed out there is just crap. You know, it's
I mean, I think everything has its place, but my feeling about it is, you know, if you want to play in Major League Baseball, you have to be able to throw a ball, and catch a ball, and make a hit. You got to be really, really talented in that. It's with all sports,
right?
But it seems in the music business, it's more of an image business, and
that's it. You know, hey, we're not looking for anybody with any kind of talent. We're looking for somebody that looks like this or acts like this.
Right.
And that's what they're selling. They're selling that image. They're selling that, and it breaks my heart because I love music.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Did you see the halftime show?
I don't even want to go there. I mean, don't even want to go there.
It's a prime example of what you're talking about.
Right. It's bullshit.
We have Adam Levine on the microphone, and he says something like, and now, ladies and gentlemen, a musical genius that needs no introduction. And out comes this rapper, and I have nothing against rap. I think it's,
I understand.
Everything has its place. So this really isn't but you're comparing this guy to giants in the music business when you say something like that. Genius?
I know.
You know, come on.
You know how I feel. It's, you know, there are places in town, and you know, I wanted to get back a little bit to Three of a Kind. Yeah. Because you guys you've been on kind of a hiatus for the last couple of years. Everybody's,
yes, we have.
You know, Bill's been busy with CSN
and Frankie Valli. He's been on the road with Frankie Valli for a few years.
And we had the opportunity to film the Crosby, Stills, Nash Express, or the CSN Express, over at the Cannery when Bill was over there. He asked us if we'd come out and film that for him, and those guys do an awesome job. And Bill and Marilyn both, I love them to death. They've got such talent, and the three of you guys together have something magical. And I know that you didn't. This, what, 4 years ago?
Yeah, about 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah. And the first time that I went out to see you guys was because of Gracie, Full James. Sure. And she said, "John, you got to come out and see this group." And I thought, "Oh shit, man, yeah, okay, great." And so I already had my excuses, you know. Okay, I'll stay there for 15, 20, 30 minutes, and then, oh, sorry, man, I got to go. And I was just right from the get-go, I was blown away. Well, and it was like, holy crap. It restored my faith in what was going on here.
Well, thanks. You know, Bill and Marilyn are exceptional people, and it's really, it's an honor for me to work with them. Bill's got quite a track record and great pedigree there. Yeah. Musical pedigree. And they're serious.
And he is one perfectionist sumbitch.
Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is. You haven't rehearsed with him.
No, I can just imagine.
But you know. It seemed like right from the beginning. Well, we were in a show together. They hired me actually to do a show. They had a production show at Planet Hollywood.
Echoes of the 60s?
Echoes of the 60s. And that's how we met.
Oh, cool.
Bill and I met that way in Maryland. And later down the road, I had been working at Mandalay Bay for a while, and the entertainment director approached me and said, do you have like a small group that you could put in here for early shift? And I said, well, I can get you one. And he said, do it, you know. So I call up Bill and Marilyn. I said, you guys want to do a trio? They're like, yeah, let's do it. So
awesome.
That's how that happened. And I'm excited that we're going to be doing it again.
Because you're also with Phoenix over there at that.
I've been there for 9 years at Mandalay Bay with Phoenix, classic rock band. Yeah. It's a great band.
Do you know John Gist?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, no, that's
probably
fine.
A Facebook friend or something that I've seen.
We'll talk later, yeah.
But yeah, Phoenix has just been a great experience for me because, you know, I'm fortunate that most musicians, now you know the state of the business here.
Yes.
So most musicians now are really struggling to stay afloat. I mean, there's just not that much available work. there's more musicians than there are gigs.
Right. Well, and that's because so much of the stuff like out on the Strip, any of the shows, the music's, most of it's canned.
Yeah, and the budgets are down.
Yeah.
You know, you know, these clubs that pay $150,000 a night for a DJ, but they don't want to throw a couple grand to a band.
Yeah.
It's
insane.
It's really weird. Yeah, and I don't want to spend the whole time bitching about the music business, because that could go on forever.
Yeah. And you
I'd
may
rather,
need them
I'd rather,
someday.
yeah, I'd rather stay positive.
Yeah.
Anyways, you know, I've been at Mandalay Bay for like 9 years with Phoenix. Great group of guys, fantastic musicians, and no drama in the band. It's just been a great
That's
ride.
great. And
I'm
yeah,
fortunate.
to survive 9 years.
Yeah, steady
know,
work,
like
and
that.
and Mandalay Bay has always treated us very, very well. And
It's good to know.
Yeah, they're really good to us, and so yeah, if you're ever in Vegas, come to see us over at Mandalay Bay.
And it's worth it. It is. You know, there were a few shows here when Rock of Ages closed last year or the year before now. A friend of mine was the drummer for them, Alan Childs. Hey, Alan. And the thing that I loved about that show is that all of the music and the vocals were all live.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't use canned music, and I appreciated that. I love that, because when I go out to see a show or something, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see canned music. I don't want somebody lip syncing.
Sure, you don't want to see somebody.
You know, I mean, there are certain situations where you have to do that. I understand that, but there's just, I think that we are, when I use the editorial, we are missing the boat here in this town. In a lot of ways that we would have, I know we got a lot of tourists, but I think we would have a lot more participation if we did focus a little more on the live music, the live, you know, there's a couple places in town, Vamp
Yeah.
they
Great
kill
place.
it.
Yeah,
You know, they
great
kick
place.
ass. And
Yeah.
so I know that this town would support more places like that. And if I had the money, that's what I'd be doing, man. I'd be putting it into a venue that every night of the week. There's a big blues fan, and in Long Beach, well, they're closed now, which broke my heart. In Long Beach, California, there was a place called the Blue Cafe, and they had live blues 7 days a week. During the week, they started at 5. On the weekends, they started at noon out on the patio if the weather was nice. And I mean, some big names and some not so big names.
Sure.
But it was awesome because there were just all kinds of people would show up there. You know, old people and young people and bikers and hippies and yuppie scum and you know, you name it. We all came there to listen to the blues. And I think that we could do that here with a lot of the genres of music. And getting back to Three of a Kind, one of the things that I liked about you guys was that you had such a great repertoire of
Really eclectic.
eclectic as hell. I mean, you just
60s, 70s, 80s,
and
90s.
the one that just really slapped me upside the head was your duet with Marilyn on Billie Jean.
Yeah.
And I know where you got that from.
Yeah, from the Civil War.
From the Civil Wars.
Yeah.
And but it was the most awesome rendition of that song I had ever heard.
Yeah, it's a really cool
And
arrangement.
it was just and it was just like
It's really unique and
because
and moody.
it starts out and you're kind of going and then
What
you're
song
like,
is this?
Holy crap! Look what they've done to this. This is awesome.
Yeah, they
So-
did.
so-
Yeah, the Civil Wars were just a fabulous husband and wife
Oh,
duo.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. I don't believe they're any longer.
No, they're not. They split up, and this was a mind blower. There was a series on Netflix or one of those some TV show, and it was basically about groupies, or not groupies, roadies. You know, and putting groups together. You know the one I'm talking about. I can't remember the name of it. Had Carla Gugino and a couple of other people. And it was basically behind the scene about putting on concerts and stuff like that. The wife from Civil Wars popped up on that
Oh, really?
as one of these guys one of the band members' ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or something like that. And she was like in 5 or 6 episodes, and it was like I kept looking at her, I kept going, wow, who is that? I know I've seen her before.
Right.
And then it finally hit me, oh wow, that's a girl, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was another, that's a heartbreaker. You know, to see.
They were so unique.
Yeah.
Just really cool.
And
really cool.
They did good work.
Creative and cool. I think that's the thing that turns me on. What does turn me on to certain things is their creativity. It's not, you know, I don't listen to music for commercial purposes. Like, you know, it's commercialism it actually turns me off.
Right.
Now it's something that's unique and well thought out. That's where I really you get my attention.
There are my taste in music is pretty eclectic, and there are certain songs or music, you know, that I just always go back to. A couple of them are Dylan's songs. It Takes a Lot to Laugh, It Takes a Train to Cry, one of my favorites. You know, Creedence Clearwater, Born on the Bayou.
Sure.
You know, just and it's just, there is more to the song. There is a magic that happens.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's, I think that's what transports us to. It's not just the songs, it's what we were doing, who we were with, you know, the memories that some of this stuff brings back, or the, you know, and you're called an artist because you are truly an artist. You are painting a picture with words and music and sound, and you are stimulating my brain, you know, instead of just the boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, well, you know, back in the day where they actually had bands, there really aren't many bands now. There's a few, but bands had an identity of their own.
Yeah.
They had their own sound. So when they came on the radio, you knew that's Aerosmith.
Yeah.
You know that's Creedence. You just hear it. You just know that's their sound. That you know, it's unmistakable. And it's kind of missing now. Like, everything sounds the same to me. I don't know if it's just maybe I'm just getting old.
No, you're right.
But
there's
but I think we have like a handful of producers that are producing everything the same way. It's like this cookie cutter thing.
Yeah, it has to fit into this.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
very
we
narrow.
don't want to hear it. There's a guy out of the UK that I saw a few years ago. Like, I'm a big BBC America fan, so I love you know, British TV, and there's a show called The Graham Norton Show. He interviews people and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great show. And he always has these musical guests on there. And a couple of years ago, I came across this one. His name is Paolo Nutini, and he's Scottish.
Okay.
But the song was called Pencil Full of Lead. And to watch this guy perform it, I mean, the song was great. I love the song. He did a video that was great. But to watch him perform this song and to see this guy is putting everything he's got into it, and you can feel it when you see him perform. And you guys do that. The Three of a Kind. I know you'll go, but watching the three of you work together and the interaction and the magic that happens with the three of you is just, it's awesome.
Well, like right from the beginning with them, it feels like singing with family. I don't know if that.
I know exactly what you mean, and
really
that's the way it comes across. And when I found out that they've only been together like 2 or 3 months, and I go, what?
Yeah.
Because anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just always felt that way. There's a certain ease with singing with them. It's not. There's nothing forced. Bill is an amazing vocal arranger. Like his ability to hear harmonies and designate parts is uncanny. I've never met anybody like him. And I think that's from all his years with Frankie and Frankie Valli. Yeah. Those tight harmonies and it's just been very, very easy to work with them. It's unbelievable. It's not like anything else I've ever experienced. So I kind of get what you're saying. I hate to say it myself. Like I'm not. No. I'm not going to toot our horn.
You should. You should. I mean, it's obvious watching you guys perform that you like performing together. And that there is a synergy there that is just. I keep going back to magical. And it just is. I mean, it's something that I had a friend from high school that was in town, and I took her to see one of your shows. Now, she was a singer, so she could appreciate. And when we left, she goes, "Holy crap, who are those guys?" and you know, and I told her, I told her a little bit about the story, but she goes, "They are awesome. They are great. You know,
bring her back.
Thank you." Yeah, no, I plan to.
It's the 28th, actually.
The 28th
of this month.
Of this month.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So that's in Mandalay Bay, and what's the?
It's in the Hazel.
The what?
Hazel.
Hazel, is that what they call it now?
Hazel.
Hazel.
Like Hazel Eyes.
Yeah, okay.
Hazel Lounge, yeah.
But it's the same one that you were performing in before?
No.
No?
No, it's the middle.
The
line.
farther one down. Okay, all right. Yeah. The Hazel Lounge, right? And that's the 28th of February. 3 of a kind. I'm telling you guys.
I believe it's 8 to 12.
Pardon me?
8 to 12, I believe.
8 to 12?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I can probably stay up that late. So.
Yeah, it's a little past your bedtime.
What day of the week is that, by the way?
I think it's a Sunday.
Oh, bitchin'. Okay, cool. And then I can get out of here. Anyway, we're going to have to take a short break here, a short commercial break, because if we don't pay some bills, they won't let us keep doing this. So when we come back, I got a couple of little surprises for you and for you.
For me.
So anyway, stay tuned, and thanks, guys.
The golf store you've been waiting for is now open. Bob Allen Golf is ready to help you take your game to the next level. Bob Allen Golf is located at 6415 South Fort Apache, Las Vegas 89148. Choose your favorite clubs from our selection of Bridgestone, Callaway, Cleveland, XXIO, Srixon, Ping, Wilson, and more. We'll custom fit them in our state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulator. Come hang out with us and practice on our putting green to find out which club is perfect for you. Have your clubs repaired, reshafted, and regripped in our on-site tour shop. And talk about accessories. Guys and gals will feel comfortable and look sharp in the many sizes, colors, and options of apparel from Greg Norman, Black Clover, Under Armour, and more. The team at Bob Allen Golf takes your game as seriously as you do. Join our online family at WWDB.com and stop in the store to meet us. Remember, at Bob Allen Golf, your game is in the bag.
See, I told you we'd be back.
We're back.
Thanks again for coming in, Ray. I appreciate it. I know how you entertainers are, you know, up and partying all nights and sleep all day. So.
That's my life.
I wanted to talk about a new song that you just came out with, just wrote.
Yep.
And we are lucky enough to have a video, and we'll show that here in just a little bit. But the name of the song is Maria's Eyes.
Maria's Eyes.
And spell Maria for us.
It's M-A-R-I-Y-A.
Okay.
And that is the Bulgarian.
Gotcha.
That's my girlfriend.
Okay.
Maria. Of course, I don't want to get too sappy here, but pretty much everything I've been writing is about her now. I'm such a
women will do that
such
to
a
you.
cornball.
Women will do that to you. I don't care how old you are, what age you are, you know.
It's hilarious. But yeah, actually the song is being officially released on the 18th.
Oh, cool.
So it's going to be out on iTunes and Amazon,
Great.
Spotify, Pandora, all of that stuff.
And if I have your permission, I'll also put it on our playlist.
Please do.
Yeah, I'm happy to. I mean, we're always looking for new stuff and good stuff.
Please do. The more the merrier.
We're going to show this video in just a moment here, but one of the things that I wanted to point out, and this kind of blew me away, is you filmed this whole thing on your iPhone.
My iPhone.
That was amazing. That was absolutely phenomenal.
It's my budget, man.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Been there, done that. But I think that I never would have guessed when I watched it. I wouldn't have guessed that that's how you shot it.
It was actually Maria that was shooting that.
Yeah,
shot that video.
I figured that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she helped. She's walking around with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you edit it, or did you edit it on the run?
No, I edited it in Premiere at home.
Okay, all right, got it.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take a look at this, and this is Maria's Eyes, written by Allaire. I'll get it right.
You're not
one
the
of
first.
these days. Yeah. So let's take a quick look at this, huh?
long time since I have seen you, but don't send a search and rescue. I am doing fine. I've got a new beginning, and finally I am winning. It's my turn to shine. My new endeavor, happy ever after is where I am. My heart's overflowing and my feet left the ground. No use looking for me, 'cause I don't want to be found. You probably won't see me here for quite some time, because I found my paradise, just getting lost in Maria's eyes. So long I have waited, never anticipated stepping off the beaten path. But now I found a place where I know my heart belongs, and I'm not looking back. So many new amazing things are happening for me. My heart's overflowing and my feet left the ground. No use looking for me, 'cause I don't want to be found. You probably won't see me here for quite some time, because I found my paradise, just getting lost in Maria's eyes. Oh, my heart's overflowing and my feet left the ground. No use looking for me, 'cause I don't want to be found. You probably won't see me here for quite some time, because I found my paradise, just getting lost in Maria's eyes. Whoa, getting lost in Maria's eyes. Oh, oh, hey, oh, my Maria, I'm getting lost in your eyes. Oh, my Maria. Oh, well.
See what I mean? That was shot on an iPhone. Now, it's everything I do and I watch and is in high definition.
Right.
And so that's what kind of surprised me when you told me that you shot that on an iPhone. That's I'm
It's
blown away.
amazing what you can do in Premiere Pro.
Yeah. No. It really is.
There's filters and stuff that you can use to add a little more color grading. And
Right.
So yeah, I mean, we did okay with that. I just recently bought a new camera though. I got a new DSLR, so my next videos are going to be even better.
Cool.
So that's my plan, is to just continue putting out new music.
That's how we did this. You know, you get good at this, and then you expand it, and then you get good at that, and you expand it, and that's how you do it, man.
Yeah.
So the obvious question is, and I'd really like an honest answer on this.
Oh, I'm nervous now.
What does Maria think of the song?
What does she think of Maria's eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, she loves the song. She gets a little embarrassed. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Bulgarian song, like, we were at a birthday party at a Armenian restaurant, a very good restaurant, by the way. It's called Ojak's. It's on Sahara and Decatur.
Yeah. You got a
Wonderful.
show coming
I
up
got a
there,
show
don't you?
coming up there.
On the
27th.
The 27th. Wow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's Ojak's Mediterranean Grill, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, wonderful place. The food is absolutely fantastic. And the owners are just tremendous people. But we were at a birthday party, and there's maybe 50 people there. They had a DJ. We're sitting at the table, and all of a sudden, my Bulgarian song comes on. The DJ played it. And he stands up, and he starts walking towards the table, and not at the end of the song, right at the beginning of the song. He walks towards the table, and he just starts clapping. And before we knew it, everybody in the place is standing up, and they're clapping, and I'm going, why are you doing this? So Maria and I are kind of just going, oh my God. I didn't know they were going to do that.
Yeah.
I had no idea. But apparently they really appreciate, I mean, Bulgaria, like we said, it's not really on anybody's radar.
Right.
So I think they really appreciate it. It's not so much about me or about the song being like the most fantastic song ever. It's just that somebody took the time out to honor their language. And you know, so they do really appreciate it.
Exactly.
It's a
Yeah.
great culture. The people are amazing. So.
Well, and it's a very old culture too.
Oh yeah.
And
Very.
I think that we in this country think we're hot shit sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And man, you know, when you look at the history of the world, I mean, we're just the newbies on the block, man.
Yeah, we're the
Yeah.
spoiled brat
Yeah.
of the world.
Yep. Send your cards and letters to.
Did we just get off track? I don't know.
No.
You asked me
I
about
think we
how
were right
Maria-
on track. Yeah. So, what do you have in mind? What do you got coming up? Got anything planned? Any new stuff coming up, or writing anything, or?
Yeah, I'm actually doing a full album, but I'm releasing the singles. I'm putting finishing touches on a few more songs, and I'm releasing them one at a time, and then we'll bundle them together. And but yeah, I've got a ton of material. I'm going to re-release an old album that I had. I'm going to remaster and re-release that
cool.
as well. And with every song, I'm going to try to do a new video, and because that's really the only way to get stuff out there. I mean,
With social media anymore, it
yeah,
is.
it's
you
just the
know.
only way you get any attention
Right.
at all. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm pretty much living the dream here in Las Vegas. I'm a musician who actually has work.
And yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I was telling you about Alan, the drummer. Now, he's played with Bowie. He's played with Rod Stewart, Julian Lennon. I mean, Todd Rundgren. I mean, and he has always worked. And it's not because he may not be the greatest drummer in the world. He's pretty damn good.
Right.
I love watching him play because, and I keep saying this, and I'm sorry, Alan, but I'm going to say it again. Watching Alan Childs play the drums is like watching an 8-year-old kid opening his presents on Christmas morning.
Yeah, he just loves doing it.
He loves doing it, and he is such a humble guy.
Yeah.
He's got some awesome stories that you have to pull out of him, you know. But he said the same thing. He said he thought that he was blessed to be able to work, and it's not always. It's not always whether it's being in the right place at the right time, but it's also having that passion and be willing to look,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
and try something.
We're the 1%ers of our industry.
Yeah.
I mean, really, a musician having a full-time job, being able to do it full-time, is really rare.
Right.
It's you know, a lot of them are weekend warriors, or they've you know, they're a chiropractor all week long,
Right.
and then they get to play on the weekends, and that's wonderful that they can do that. It wasn't for me. I wanted to be full-time.
Do you think that that's why there are so many tribute bands, or I mean, is it really about the only way to make any money in the business
yeah, I mean,
anymore?
you kind of have to have a shtick, you know, as a group, because just saying live music anymore doesn't draw people in.
Yeah.
It's kind of have to have a focus on what it is. What is this? And then people go, oh yeah, maybe I'll go see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Well, and in this town too, whatever you do, whatever business that you're in, you're competing with gaming.
oh, absolutely.
And the hotel owners, the casino owners, the entertainment managers, they're looking at, okay, well, we just want them in here long enough.
They don't want you to sit in the lounge all night long.
Right.
They want you at the
Right.
tables.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I think that that's one of the things that I miss about the old days in this town was almost any of the hotels, any of the casinos, you could go to the lounge and see great acts.
Oh, sure.
And you know, it's
Yeah.
not quite so much anymore.
No, I mean, Mandalay Bay really is probably one of the only
Yeah.
venues now that's doing live music 7 nights a week.
Right.
It used to be just a couple of years back, it was 2 shifts, 7 nights a week.
Right.
It was 7 to 10 and then 10 to 2.
Yeah.
So they have 2 different acts every night.
Yeah, because when Three of a Kind was out there, you followed with Phoenix.
Yeah, I would do the Three of a Kind show, go change my shirt, and come back out and play with Phoenix.
Well, at least you changed your shirt. That was
I
a
did.
good man. Yeah.
I did, yeah.
So
Didn't want to make it too obvious.
now the one thing that I have to ask is, and for those of you who know Ray or have seen him perform before, where's the hat?
I kind of got away from that for
Did
a
you?
while. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I haven't really.
Well, that's too
Yeah,
bad because I
I
thought that
just-
was cool.
Oh,
Yeah, which is why I wore
still-
this stupid
I
thing
still
today.
I still do it once in a while.
Did you?
But yeah, it's funny. I went to. You mentioned that I went to this pizza and wing joint, right? This was maybe a year ago or so. I just got to talking to the guy behind the counter. He's like, "So what do you do?" And I told him, and he goes, "Wait, you're in that band Phoenix?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Which one are you?" And I go, "I'm the bass player." He goes, "Where's your hat?" Just some random guy.
Right. Well,
he
now,
didn't recognize me. 'cause
now
I
you
didn't have
can
my
tell
hat on.
how old the fans are. You know, whether they're asking about the hat or if they don't ask about the hat, you know they're a new fan, right?
That's right.
That's insane. Yeah, that's great. Now, I do want to talk about the Bulgarian song we touched on a couple times, and that's Samyat Zivat.
Samyat Život.
Život. Okay, so that's a Z-I-V-O-T. Život. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And that means life itself.
Life itself.
Okay.
So
Can you
the-
give us
The premise of the song is "I love you more than life itself."
Oh, wow.
So it's.
And you wrote this for Maria as well.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
She's a lucky girl.
Yes, she is.
I keep reminding her.
And I've never seen her. I've never met her. But I'm gonna say you're one lucky guy too.
You will meet her.
Yeah, okay.
She's really cool. You'll love her. She's about 5'4", 5'5", ball of fire.
Yeah. So she's
She's
Bulgarian.
not someone to be trifled with.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got that Bulgarian streak.
Wait. There was a song by there was a group called It's a Beautiful Day.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, that's because you're not old enough. They were called Beautiful Day. It's a Beautiful Day. And they did a song. I'm going to dig it out and send it to you.
Okay.
And because it's Bulgarian Nights or something like that.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it was, and if I remember correctly, that was an instrumental on the, they wrote the song or did the song Girl with No Eyes. Oh man, you kids today, Jesus Christ. No appreciation for fucking good music.
But you're making me feel really good right now.
Yeah, well, it's anyway. I'll send that to you. You know.
Oh, you know what? I'm really excited by it. I wanted to tell you. I'm going to see Wayne Newton tonight.
Oh no shit.
Yes.
I didn't know he was still performing.
He is.
Wow.
And I'm going to see him tonight.
Cool. Where at?
At the Barge.
Over
Barge
at
in
Caesar's Palace at the Barge. Yeah.
Yeah. I just this kind of ties into this Samyat Jivat thing.
Okay.
I got a text from a fellow musician.
Right.
Out of the clear blue, this guy I don't know texts me, introduces himself. It's instant message, you know.
Right.
It's, my name's Christopher, and I'm a bass player, and I play at the House of Blues, and every time I leave, I see you playing with Phoenix. And he goes, I just want to say, I think your band is fantastic. And he goes, I happened to come across this video of you singing a Bulgarian song. And he goes, I'm Bulgarian.
Oh, wow.
And he goes, I want to know how that happened.
Cool.
Like, how is an American guy doing this Bulgarian love song? So I invited him to come out to one of my shows, and he came out. We hung out all night long. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he's playing with Wayne Newton.
Cool.
So he's offered us some tickets, and we're going tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be fun.
Have you ever seen Wayne?
No, and I really, I'm looking forward to it.
You have to. He's a part of,
It's
I don't
Vegas.
know.
That's the whole Vegas
he used
thing.
to be Mr. Vegas, and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so it's a part of history, and you have to see that. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to get back to
So,
this.
I'm sorry, I didn't
No,
mean
no,
to
no,
say-
no, no. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I love about doing what we're doing here. Is we can talk about anything we want.
Okay,
you know?
cool.
If you guys don't like it, change the channel. So I don't care. No, please don't.
Don't do that.
But I mean, I just have so many questions and not a whole bunch of time. But so when you wrote this song, I mean, was that your intention? I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but you said, okay, I want to write a song for Maria, and I want it in her language, and that's it. That was the whole
it. That
gist
was
of the song.
That was the whole. I wanted to express how I felt about her
Okay,
in her language.
gotcha.
Because she speaks 5 languages,
Wow.
and her English is very broken. So
There's something about that I find sexy,
oh, it's just extraordinary.
and I don't know
especially
why.
at certain times.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not going there.
is it moment of silence?
Yeah.
But anyways, now that I've embarrassed myself, yeah, I just thought, this would be really cool to sing to her in her language. I mean, find a way to express it. So, she just felt so overwhelmed when I just at the fact that I wanted to do it.
Right.
Like, she's like, I can't believe you even want to do this. I'm like, why not? So I've been actually trying to learn Bulgarian.
Well, it's because she speaks to you in your language.
Right, but she
and
speaks
this-
to everybody else in hers.
Right, but what I'm saying is this is an opportunity for you, or was an opportunity for you to speak to her in her language. So I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, so when she's on the phone, she's speaking Bulgarian.
Right.
We go out with her friends, and I'm sitting there and,
Yeah.
Bulgarian. I'm like, yeah, okay. Still here. American guy
Yeah,
sitting with you.
yeah.
But
I wrote a Bulgarian song.
but yeah, I got some brownie points for it. I'll tell you that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So how did you meet her?
We met at Mandalay Bay.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mandalay Bay is a great place
it's a
for you,
great
isn't it?
place. I've had a lot of luck
A lot
there.
of good stuff happened there. I'm going to start hanging out
Yeah.
there more often. Yeah.
I was playing with Phoenix, and she has a friend who is a diehard Phoenix fan,
Oh,
and brought her in a couple of years ago to see the band, and she fell in love with the band, and there was a lot of eye contact going on from the stage to the dance floor, and then I didn't see her for a few months, and she came back in. This happened a few times.
right.
And I finally got the courage up to go sit with her and introduce myself, and we just started talking, and a few more times go by, and we say hi and whatever, and then I was like, hey, you want to go for coffee or something sometime? And she's like, I'd love to. And then that was that.
Awesome.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a really cool girl, really
Good.
cool.
I'm sure she is, or she wouldn't be hanging out with you.
There
Unless
are
you
those.
paid her, I mean,
there are
yeah.
those that might
Yeah,
take
no,
the
no,
opposite.
I know. Yeah, well,
viewpoint on
I
that.
know you a little bit, so. But I don't know. So you got me all flustered now. So I don't know. So yeah. So you wrote the song, blah blah blah. This for her, blah blah blah. She having a good old time. I'm conflicted because I absolutely we're going to play this at the end of the show.
Okay.
But I also, if I've got your permission, I'd like to pick out one of the videos that I did of you guys, Three of a Kind.
Absolutely. You're welcome to do anything.
Okay, well, I like to ask permission first because I don't want to blindside anybody.
That's very kind. It's your show. Do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I will
Yeah,
do that.
of course.
So you'll have a double treat here. I'm going to play Samyat Javat.
Javat. Yeah. You got it.
See, I speak Bulgarian now.
Now you do. That's it. That's all it took.
We're going to play that at the end of the show, which is coming up too soon, I'm afraid. And then stay tuned after that. I'm going to pick out something really cool from Three of a Kind that will give you a feeling of what they're all about. And I got to say right now, the video's great, but the sound isn't that terrific. So you have to go see them live to get the full effect. Are you going to be, you got any new stuff that you guys have been working on, or you're going to pretty much bring back a lot of the...
We're resurrecting, well, you know, just time constrictions on getting this. This is kind of a last minute thing. I got the call, it's another, same way it happened the first time. I just got the call a few weeks ago where we're opening, they remodeled the lounge, we're doing a whole new thing in there. Would you like to come in and do the trio again? And I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
So you and Bill and Marilyn have been in contact, and you know, it's not like you guys went your separate ways.
Oh, no,
and then,
we've been, you know,
good. That makes me happy.
We're friends.
That makes me happy. They're good people. You're good people. Yeah.
They're wonderful people.
So, I know what it was. I'm sorry. I had this thing going around in my head, and I finally figured out what it was. Okay, so we were talking about Phoenix. I got to give a shout out to Dan, the Dancing Taxman.
Don,
that's right.
Don, the Dancing Taxman.
And I knew that.
Yeah, Don, the Dancing
because he's there almost every show, isn't he?
He is there every night almost.
And he's like 162 years old.
Yes. He wears a
thing
picks, guitar picks.
Got the guitar picks from
and
everybody.
Don is a staple in our
nice guy.
Oh, he's a wonderful person, and he's probably he probably has the best outlook on life of anyone I've ever met. He's just the most positive guy.
And he feeds hummingbirds.
He does. And he attracts women.
Yeah. No shit.
Oh my God.
I can't wait till I get that old.
I swear to God. And not old women. He attracts young women. They come and dance. They flock to him.
I know. And when I get up there and dance, they run. The hell's that old fart?
It might be the drool. I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, I could go on like this.
Sorry about that.
All the time. And Ray, I'm really sorry, but we're running out of time. I have one question that I ask every single one of my guests at the end of the show, and you're no different. So if you could do one thing, just one thing, to make the world a better place, what would it be?
Oh, the real one thing, I don't know. I don't want to say the real one thing that I would do.
Why not?
Yeah, it's too controversial.
Does it involve orange jumpsuits?
No. No.
Okay. I'm sorry. This is a serious. This is a serious question.
I appreciate the question. It's just taking me a little off guard. You know, pay it forward, man. Just.
Big proponent of that. I love that. That is a great philosophy, and you know.
You know, there's a shortage of happy people in this world. Yeah. And the one thing that I will say, it's maybe getting off of this pay it forward thing, but I think now that I think about it, the one thing that I have an issue with is if people are happy with anything, then we need more happy people in the world. Yeah. So if someone is transgender, or they're gay, or they're whatever it is, if they're happy people, just you know, let them be happy.
Happy people don't kill people.
Right. Exactly.
So
exactly. We need more happy people in this world.
Let's make more happy people.
Make more happy people.
Let's make more people happy. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, that. Anyway, like I said, we got to wrap this up. Ray, you have no idea how much it means for me to have you here.
And it means a lot that you reached out to me and asked me to
You know that you're welcome here anytime.
All right. What time tomorrow?
You tell me. So, because we're here 24/7, you know.
Well, yeah, of course.
And for all of you that know how the station works, when we don't have a show going on, you can go to the website, click on the Listen Live button. We've got great music that plays 24/7. I've got old radio shows from the 30s, 40s, and 50s that will just pop up and surprise you throughout the day. But I do want to say one more time, and that's the Ojak's Mediterranean Grill. That's over on Decatur and Sahara, right?
Correct.
Okay, and that's the 27th from 7 to 11.
Yes.
And it's
that's what the A list.
The A list, yeah. And it's acoustical. It's all acoustical.
It's acoustic. We have joining us is going to be well, Michael Johnson is the leader of the A list.
Gotcha.
He's the top of the umbrella of the A list thing. So it's going to be myself and Michael, and we do a duo thing. But we're going to have Don Mioli on drums,
Right.
who played with Jersey Boys for many years. Jamie Hosmer is going to join us on piano, and he plays with Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns.
Oh, God, those guys are awesome. Yeah, love those guys.
He's just all over the map. He's an amazing
Been trying to get them in the
vocalist and-
studio.
yeah, oh, they're so great.
Yeah.
They're so great. The best band in town. And Krista Solers on fiddle. She like 6-time Ohio State fiddle champion.
Really?
Yeah, and she's moved out here.
Okay, now are we talking?
She actually played fiddle on Maria's Eyes.
Oh, cool.
That's her.
Are we talking about fiddle or are we talking about violin?
She does both.
Okay,
She can approach it
gotcha.
in a country
right.
country way,
Yeah.
or she can do the violin.
Okay.
And she's one of the few people I know with legitimate perfect pitch, and just an extremely talented girl.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good night, and I think we have a few other guests. I've been working with country artist Michael Peterson,
Okay.
who had 3 #1 hits back in the '90s. I just co-produced a video, his latest video. He's blowing up in Europe right now. He's got #1s in Europe, so he's doing really, really well. So I'm going to try to see if I can get him to come out and sing a few.
Cool.
And so it's going to be an interesting night. I think we're going to have some special guests and great food. I mean, I can't say enough about the food.
And you have my number.
I do.
And feel free to say, hey, go be on this guy's show. I'm happy to have anybody that's.
I would love to send some people your way.
Please do. I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
You know, we want to try to help everybody. And what I'd like you to do is look into the camera, tell people where they can get a hold of you, where they can follow you, where they can get your music, all of that
absolutely.
good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, I'm all over YouTube and Spotify and Pandora. My website is rayallairemusic.com.
That's ALLAIRE,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Absolutely. You got it. You got it. And you're welcome to email me and say hello. On my website, there's a place to send me an email if you like the song, or you just want to say hi, or you got some suggestions. Be careful with those. But yeah, please reach out. I love it when people contact me.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Like I said, thanks again. We appreciate it. We appreciate all of you that that follow us, that watch the shows, that support WWDB TV. And remember, if you're going to do it with Stiles.
Oh yeah.
Nice work, John.
Viždám budeš te to učiteti, useštam nastoj, až te to usniteti. Običam te, poveče od zemljata, nebesata, je te običam. Poveče od samja život, no to nema značenje, svega nije sme sa mnom, važno je samo kakvo leve srca tamni, al šte sam do te. Zašto to te obećam, obeće od samja život. A šte peja na tvojat jeziki, šte se budam šťastlivé teči slzy. acheter some de terre do poslednia vida zašto to te obećam od sam ja život sam ja život sam ja život. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who will dance on the floor in the round. She said, I am the one who will dance on the floor in the round. She told me her name was Billie Jean, and she caused a scene. And every head turned with eyes that dream of being the one who would dance on the floor in the round. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And Mama always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what you do. The lie becomes the truth. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I am the one. But the kid is not my son. For 40 days and for 40 nights, the law is on her side. But who can stand when she's in demand? Her schemes and plans. As we danced on the floor in the round. So take my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. Oh, think twice. She told my baby we danced to 3, and she looked at me and showed a photo of a baby crying. His eyes were like mine. 'Cause we danced on the floor in the round. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. But she came and stood right by me with the smell of sweet perfume. It happened much too soon. She called me to her room. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I am the one. But the kid is not my son. So